I'm the executive director here at the Vegreville Community Daycare.
A Vegreville resident of 7 years now.
I'm a single mom with 2 kids, 11 and 9 years old. I'm a real estate agent here in town.
President of the Vegreville Soccer Association.
I'm the owner of Vegreville Ford. I've been in Vegreville for 25 years.
I'm the principal here at A.L. Horton School in Vegreville.
The proud owner of Budget Floors in Vegreville.
The pending closure of the CPC was the worst thing we could hear, as they are one of our larger employers in town. It's a big number, 280 people plus whoever else is in the family in a town that only less than 6,000 people. It's a big impact. It's a big factor.
One of the concerns that I have with the closure of CPC is it's limiting growth. The recession has already hit the daycare directly. We are down in numbers. We have seen a lot of parents lose their jobs in the last 9 months. It's been a struggle to keep our enrollment up with the children here at the daycare. We currently have 33 children registered here at the daycare. We're licensed for 45, so we do have more room for children here.
If you take away that body of people within our community, it could potentially affect us by 25% of our student population. The government's kind of leaving us to potentially become an inner city type community because if you wind up having no middle income type jobs, then or those significantly increase in your community, what happens? Well, that's gonna not, because there's no other industry currently that's kind of picking that up right now.
When we got word that the CPC closure happened, I actually was driving by and seeing all the people walking out of that building and I had no idea what was going on. It was a big shock, and then the ripple went right through the town. By noon, everybody knew what was going on. We benefited from having all these families moving to town looking for new places, renovating, buying rentals. Anybody who had an accommodation in town was trying to make it their own. This is going to be the place they're going to live for the rest of their life because they're working here. Now, we don't know what's going to happen. I think there's probably going to be a little bit of downturn in maybe real estate. There's going to be more houses on the market.
Major changes happening if the CPC Center closes with our attendance and enrollment, as well as our volunteers that come out of the facility. Many of the employees are volunteers in our organization, and we need to, we're just not quite sure how we're going to deal with all that. Who wants to go and coach a soccer team at 7 o'clock in the evening after driving home from work for the last 2 hours? It's going to be difficult.
Kids hockey teams, they volunteer for the dance groups, they volunteer in the schools, they raise money for charity, and obviously everybody in the community does that, but they're a vibrant part of that. If you're not here, you don't necessarily understand the impact on rural Canada, and these positions are really important, and people deserve to have them in rural locations. This isn't a Vegreville problem, this is a Canada problem.
Our community had already been suffering quite badly from just the downturn in the economy at this point. Real estate has been much slower than it has been in the past. The CPC closing is going to be I feel, a big blow to us.
We're going to see an impact, I think, not just in our business, flooring and renovations, but right through the whole town. Always somebody new coming into town, and CPC brought that, and it was great.
Well, everybody will feel it. If there is that many less people working or living in town, there's that many less people that are going to be spending money at the grocery store, going to the hair salon, going to the dentist or the doctor.
I love this community. I've grown up here. I want my kids to grow up here. It's a fantastic place to be. It really is. We're very, very lucky. This happening to us, I would want my kids to want to come back here too. And I think this will really affect how the town proceeds in the future. The kids won't have the jobs, the homes, the options here to come back to. So it's going to be a lot harder to keep our town going.